Today I'll walk you through how to allow users to upload images on a WordPress website. And we'll cover a few different methods so you can pick the one that works best for you. So the first method, we're going to let users upload images using a file upload form. The form that we're going to be using is WPForms. It is the best drag and drop form builder on the market. To get started, just head over to WPForms.com/WP Beginner. And you'll get the best discount on WP Forms. Once you log into your account, head over to the downloads area so you can download the form. While we're here, let's go ahead and also copy our license key. And we'll head back over to our WordPress dashboard. From here, we need to go to Plugins, Add New. And instead of searching for the plugin, let's go ahead and upload plugin. Now you can choose file to find the plugin that you want to upload, or if you have it down here, you can simply left click and drag it like I'll do. Go ahead and click install now. Once you install, you also want to stick around to activate the plugin as well. Great. Now that it's all activated, we can head over to WP Forms and we'll go to settings so we can add our license key. Just paste that in and verify the key. Great. We should get a success message. And now we're ready to create a form. We're going to come up here, go to add new. And for this one, we're going to use these simple contact forms. And from here, you can change everything about this. What we want to do is most of this is ready to go and it's everything that we're happy with. We can scroll down on the left. We're looking for file upload and it will be under fancy fields. So I'm going to left click, drag this over where I want it to go. And now we have this area that we can work with. So I want to change this from file upload to maybe something like your photograph. And from here, you can choose the maximum file size, the maximum file numbers that they can upload, and you can also add a description if you'd like. Now, by default, WordPress only allows certain file types to be uploaded. For instance, users won't be able to upload an SVG image or a zip file unless you explicitly add them to the allow list. For this, let's go ahead and just allow the major types of images, a JPEG, a JPEG, a GIF, and a PNG. I also want to decide the max file size. We're going to put 5. And the max file number will be 1. And since this is like a photo contest, let's go ahead and make that required. Great, that looks pretty good. And we're happy with all of the other fields that we have. So let's go ahead and click Save Changes. Now we need to add the image upload form to WordPress. So we can come up here and click Embed. And if you already have an existing page that you want this to go on, you can click that, or you can create a brand new page. Give it a name and let's click Let's Go. And now this will take us to the newly created page. And now you see that's pulled in quite nicely. So we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and click Publish and view the page. And now if your users try to upload something and they get an error message like, sorry, this file type is not permitted for security reasons, that simply means that the WordPress is only allowing the certain file types by default, like we mentioned. The easiest way to do more file types that you want is to upload a companion plugin, and I'll show you which one you want to do. So let's head back over to our dashboard. We'll go to Plugins, Add New. And for this one, you just want to search for the File Upload Types plugin. This is also by WP Forms to make things easier. And if you install this one and activate it, it'll allow your users to upload a few other file types. So then you can go to Settings, File Upload Types, and then you can check off which extension you want them to be able to upload. It won't show the main ones that are already set by default that you can upload like a JPEG or PNG, but if you're wanting to allow them to upload things like a SVG, then you can go through here and select that from the list. Just pick the one that you want and go ahead and save settings, and then that will be allowed. Method 2 allows users to upload images as guest authors. So a key reason to let users upload images is if you're collecting a guest post for someone. You could also use a very similar method for other user generated content, like maybe testimonials. For this, we want to add an additional add-on for WP Forms. So let's go to WP Forms. Let's go to add-ons. And from here, we're looking for post submission add-on. This is the one we want to install. So we'll go ahead and install it, and WP Forms will install and activate it for us. Okay, now let's go and click Add New. And now we're looking for a blog post submission form that we want to add. This is the one we want, so let's go ahead and use this template. And as you see, it's reminding you that additional post submission options will be available in the settings panel. So let's say OK. And you see as you're scrolling through, this has a lot of the default author detail type items. So the author bio, post title, post content, this will allow them to upload the featured image, excerpt, and what category they want this to go into. Scrolling through, you can add more items if you'd like. For instance, if you wanted to add a website URL for them to add their URL address, then you can do that and add that field down here. For the featured image area, you can give them specific dimensions that they need, and you can change that under the description if you have specific dimensions that they need to make the featured image into. And by default, this will also go up into the media library. If you need to, you can change it under advanced to not have it store in the media library, but because most featured images are there, you'll probably want to just keep that. And as you see, they already show the allowed file extensions. If you want only a specific file extension, you can adjust those as well. Everything else looks pretty good. So the only other thing we want to do is we want to go to settings, go to notifications to set up the default notification. By default, the send to email address or whoever will get this will be the admin email for your WordPress website. If you want to change that, you can change that here, and you can scroll through and change the subject line. For instance, I like specific subject lines that change so that they all don't look the same. So I'll change this, and you can use smart tags for this, do the name for that, and that will make it different every time you get an email. That looks pretty good. So we'll click save. And then the final thing we want to do is go ahead and do confirmation. This is what the author or the person who's submitting this will see. You're going to give them a message that just says simply, thanks for contacting us. We'll be with you shortly. Or you can change it to show a specific page, maybe a thank you page. You can even change it to go to a specific URL or redirect them somewhere entirely different than your site. For this, we're just going to keep the message just like that. And just like with the other one, we want to embed this. We're going to select an existing page since I did just create one. And just to show you how you can do it with an existing page. We're going to do that one that we just did. It'll automatically bring over the old one. So we want to remove this one, get the 3 dots, remove that block. And from here, I can click on the plus toggle block up here or the plus over here. And we can search for WPForms. That's the one. And now from the drop down, we need to pick the form we're just working on. This one is it. And that brings everything in just nicely. Great. Now we can update this and see it in action. Great. Now people can upload as guest authors. And then the final method, it will allow people to upload photos for a contest. This is perfect if you're trying to grow an Instagram account or something like that, or you want to do a giveaway by gathering photos. You can do this using WordPress. We have created a detailed video on how to create a photo contest in WordPress using WordPress. You can watch this video next as I walk you through that whole process, and I'll see you over there.